Hi, it's day 10 of the Raw Yoga Challenge. My name is Nzingah, and I'm so excited that you're here with us today. It's definitely been quite a journey, and I would love you to check in after this practice and just really assess how it's been to commit to trying to get 21 different practices in. So, let's get started. We're going to start from standing mountain pose and just start to settle into space. Your feet are about hip distance apart. Take a moment to connect to the present through your breath. First, by inhaling through the nose. Second, by exhaling out through the mouth. Closing your eyes or just shifting your gaze to the floor and softening it. And continue with that soft belly breath. So feel your belly being really soft here. As you inhale, it extends out. As you exhale, it just softly draws back in. Observing the sensations in your body. And just notice how you feel. Slowly bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. And take a moment to set a sankalpa, an intention for today's class. Our collective intention for today is I'm open to all possibilities. I'm open to all possibilities. Slowly release your hands out to the sides. Bring a soft bend to your knee, and then gently rock side to side. Slowly transitioning to your Ujjayi breath. And then slowly come back to center. Sweep the arms up, grab your left wrist and side bend to your right. Lengthening as you bend to that right side. So you're lengthening through the arms, chin is up. On your next inhale, lengthen back to center, switch. Grabbing the right wrist and side bend to your left. Come back to center. And just cactus arms and just bring a slight backwards bend. We're really warming up right now, so it's not going to be as deep as you may want in this first set. And just come back in. Hinging at the hips, bending the knees, find a forward fold. Again, finding your blocks if you need it. And just pedal the legs back and forth, bending one knee and then the other. And come to neutral with the legs. You're going to bring one block center to the heart. You're going to press into that block, bend into that right leg, and then twist to your left. And then slowly shift to the other side. So you're going to press that left arm in, bend through that left leg, and then twist to your right. Come back to center, softening your knees a bit more. Grab the opposite elbows and rock, dial side to side. Shifting your weight forward into the balls of the feet. And then slowly roll up for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Head's the last thing to come up. Roll those shoulders down and back. And then reverse it, bringing the shoulders up and forward. Second set, sweep the arms up. Side bend to your right, pushing the hips to the left. lengthening through the arms. Second set's always body's had some information from that first set, so kind of knows where to go. Inhale back to center. Grab the opposite wrist, lengthen up, side bend to your left. Feeling that stretch to that right side body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, cactus the arms, push the hips forward, drop the head back, and then lengthen back up. Exhale, bring your arms nice and wide, finding your blocks. Inhale, half forward fold. And we're going to do 5 between the R.A.W. Uttanasana. So inhale, lengthen, exhale, let it go. Do that a couple times. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Inhale, exhale, let it go. One more time. Inhale, exhale, let it go. Excuse me. And now we're going to bring that left hand down, bend through that left leg, straighten that right leg, and then twist to your right. And then slowly transition to the other side. Right hand goes down. Press that hand through the block to help leverage that twist. Slowly come back to center. Let the arms fall down towards the ground. And then roll up for a count of 8. Slower. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll the shoulders down and back. All right, meet me at the top of your mat if you're not there already. And then we're going to feet are hip distance apart here. You're going to hinge from your hips and find your Padangustasana. So bend your knees as much as you need. We're going to find a big toe grip. So you're taking your peace sign fingers here, pointer middle, and then bringing your thumb. So you're going to lift the toes up so that you can wrap the fingers around the big toe and then bring the thumb into the grip. So from here, you shift the weight back forward. I'm just going to open up a little wider. That's what my body's calling for. And then you're going to pull on the big toe to bring the body down. Now, I'm a little spicy in my hamstrings, so I'm going to keep a soft bend. But if you have some more openness through here, you can start to lengthen the legs a little bit more. Hold for 3. Actively pulling those elbows out and using the strength of the finger to pull you down. Hold for 2. Can you get the sit bone up higher? Maybe on this last breath, you start to straighten the legs as much as you want to. And then slowly release the hands. Bring your hands to your hips and then come back up. And breathe. Let the hands fall down to the sides of the body. We're going to do a second set. Bring the hands to the hips, forward fold. Bend the knees once you find that sweet spot where you can't go anymore. And then this time, a second set, you can be Padangustasana, Padahastasana, hands to toe or hands to foot. If you're going foot, you're going to lift those toes up and slide the hands underneath both feet. Under the feet, I should say, and then you're going to pull from the bottom of the feet to bring you down. Again, shifting your weight forward as you find the length through the back of your legs, and use your core to bring the body closer to the legs. Hold it here for 2 more breaths. Slowly release, reaching, slowly rolling up, uncurling the spine, and coming back to your mountain pose. Legs come together. Take a deep breath. And breathe. On your next inhale, take a big step out to your right, and let's find a triangle pose. So you're going to bring this right leg parallel with the mat so it's straight, and this left leg is going to go into a 45. So you're going to bring that heel out more. Now, what I like to cue here is to squeeze the thighs together so you can find more stability through your legs. The energy is lifting. And then what you're going to do is reach with the arm, with the body, and then find your Trikonasana. Now there's a couple options here. You can touch your shin, maybe it's your thigh today. Another place that you can go is you can go with the block. You can always level it down, inside or outside of foot. Outside of foot is going to be a little bit deeper, and eventually you can grab that big toe. The goal here, however, I'm going to stay with the block today, is to have that. Today we're focusing on the torso. Can we get that torso flush with the whatever wall you're facing? And so are the shoulders collapsing? And then instead of dropping your weight wherever it's at through that right hand, you're lifting. So you're actively lifting here. On your next inhale, I'm going to bring my block with me. If you have it, bring it with you too. We're just going to switch the foot. Right leg in, left foot out. Okay? We're there. Bring that block into the hand. If you're using it, squeeze the thighs together, shift the right hip forward, reach, 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 till you can't reach anymore. Then find your triangle pose. Again, we're holding here for a few breaths. Notice if you're just bringing your weight into or shifting your weight into the block, you want to be actively lifting. So the aponic energy is upwards, so like we're lifting energetically up. So everything should be reaching towards that ceiling. Maybe you turn the head towards the arm. And then on your next inhale, you lift up. And then come back to your mountain pose. All right, how we doing? We're going to switch it up for the opposite side here. So we just did our Trikonasana. Now we're going to go into our extended side angle. So I still got my block in my hand just in case. So this is for my just in case people, and then you can get rid of it once you're in the pose. So now you're going to take a big step out to your left. Same idea slightly with the legs. You're a little bit wider here, and the left foot is going to go out parallel to begin. Maybe you heel toe that foot out. And what I like to say here is find your deepest warrior two. So you're going to find your deepest warrior two. You want to think about the heels being in one line here eventually. Rome was not built in a day, so we're just taking our time with our practice. You sit, you sit, you sit, find it, find your deepest spot. Then you drop down. Now, where can you drop? One, forearm on thigh. Two, block, inside or outside of leg. Once you're in your drop position, can you straighten through the back of the right leg? Can you bend a little bit more into the left leg and actively push away wherever that hand or forearm is? Bicep against the ear, you're looking towards the middle finger. Hold and breathe. Notice, keep pushing to the back of the right leg through the hamstrings to keep that leg nice and straight. One more breath. Now, slowly come back to that warrior two position. Straighten the leg. Right foot goes in. Left foot goes out. Sit, sit, sit. You've already found the right distance to the other side. So the transition here is simply rolling on the heel of the foot by lifting the toes up and then switch the feet, just the direction of your feet. Okay? So then from here, we come down, we find our sweet spot. Every side is different. So notice what's being called for this side. And breathe. Push through the back of the left leg. And sit down a little bit more through that right leg, bicep against ear, looking towards the fingers. Slowly lengthen back up. Straighten that right leg. Right foot goes in. Take a big step forward to the left side. And breathe. Place your block on the ground. Just breathe here. I think sometimes when we find our practice to be more hatha-like, which means that we're holding our poses a bit more, we kind of can feel a different type of challenge in our practice. So I just kind of want you to notice what it feels like to find the poses, the asanas, and then hold for an extended period of time. So just going to sit here in this mountain pose a little bit more. And now we're going to take a big step out to your left again. We're going into that wide-legged position. We're going to do through, we'll see where we go. All right, so we're going to extend the arms out. Toes are in now. Heels are out. I would say find your blocks now if you need them because they're going to may be helpful for you here. Arms are out, and then you're going to hinge through your hips and reach the chest towards the ground. Once you can't go any further, then bring the hands into the mix. There, you may notice that you may need to go a little bit wider. Now, oftentimes what happens when you're here is the weight shifts back into your heels. The call here is to shift your weight evenly through your feet. So that may mean to roll forward through the balls of the feet. You're going to bring both hands down, shoulder distance apart, and then dial the fingers back. Okay, that's one. Keep shifting the weight forward. Bend the elbows like you're going into a chaturanga and hold. Maybe you keep a soft bend in your knees because this is a deep stretch through our hamstrings here. And then maybe you walk the hands further back. There is an option to keep the arms forward, the fingers forward. Let me say that as well. Find the version that makes the most sense for you. Now, what you want to do is not round the spine. You want to think about lengthening the spine so that your forehead or the top of the head can touch the mat. Hold here for 2 more breaths. Keep reaching the forehead to the top of the head to the ground. And on your next inhale, look forward. Exhale here. Bring the hands to your hips and lengthen up. Inhale the hands. Exhale, bring the hands to your hips. Bring the elbows back. Fold, keeping the hands at the hips. Keep folding, keep folding. Find your sweet spot, find your sweet spot. Keep lengthening the spine towards the ground. Hold and breathe. Again, keep a soft bend if you need to. You know what you need right now. And then slowly come up. Inhale the hands out. Now, this version of Utthita Padangusthasana is going to call for some stretching of the shoulders. So these are the things I want you to consider. One, you may need to go off and get a towel or a strap because we're going to interlace or wrap or interlace the fingers behind us like so. I'm showing you it forward so you can kind of think about it because it's going to be behind me. You can play with grabbing your opposite elbows. What you can also do is bring a towel or strap and just imagine that I have one right now and you're going to hold it. So whatever choice you're going to make here, you're interlacing the hands behind you, squeeze the heels of the hands together, and then lengthen through the arms. That's one. That's the prep for that one. 2, you're interlacing the arms behind. You're grabbing the opposite elbows and then just kind of start to lift that chest up. And then same kind of idea with the strap or towel. So find the one that makes sense for you and your shoulders right now. And then you're going to find a slight backwards bend. Look up towards the ceiling. And on your next exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold, bring the arms up and over. Holding for 3. Keep shifting the weight forward through the balls of the feet for 2. And keep pressing the arms closer to the ground. And 1. Slowly bring the hands down to your back. Release whatever binds you have. The right hand goes down. Now we're going to find that twist that we played with at the top of this session here. Again, you can also find a block here, whatever makes the most sense for you, and then leverage that for your twist. You can stay here or you can find a low back bind. And then you also have the option to grab the left ankle with the right hand. Find the one that feels great for today's practice. And then slowly release, bringing the left hand down and then twisting towards that right side. Coming back to center. Lengthen here. We're going to reach your hands more forward, and we're going to find our Frogger. So you're going to find a 90-90 through your legs. Maybe your hips stay really high. Usually here, this is a great place for some blocks so that you don't have to stretch in a place that doesn't feel comfortable for you. So the legs go out to a 40 and you push the hips down towards the ground and back. That's where you're going to get the openness eventually with time. Slowly bring your hands down. There's no ideal way to get out of this pose. So find the way that makes the best sense for you. And then we're going to go to a wide-legged seated forward fold. So again, you can use your blocks and reach forward here. You can grab the outside of the legs or even find a big toe grip. Always, you can also bring the blocks underneath you as you're leaning down. Find the place that makes the most sense for you. And I'm going to always say that throughout this practice because it's not about what I want for you. It's about honoring what's showing up for you in your body today. Slowly lengthen back out. Bring the legs together. If you're positioned like myself, come back to your mat in a way, and in this capacity, your legs are straight. You're entering your arms out and roll down. Bring your hands down to your sides of your body. Bend your knees. Windshield wipe your legs a few times. And then slowly extend the legs out in front of you to find your final Shavasana. Take a moment to connect to your intention one more time. Shanti Shanti. I'll see you soon.